Excellent locksmiths, and in this video I want to talk about rekeying locks. Now there are certain situations where you can have the locks rekeyed and there are other situations where you need to have the locks replaced. It's a very rare occurrence where you actually need to have locks replaced, and a lot of time people think if they've lost the key or if their key's been stolen that they need to have the lock replaced, and it's not that. What you need to do is you need to have it rekeyed, or the industry term that we use is change combination. So in that sort of a circumstance, I'll come to your house, you give me the existing keys that you have, I'll take the locks off the door, I'll take them out to my van, and I'll rekey the whole lot. As an example, there was a job that I had to do that I did a couple of days ago. The daughter had her bag stolen. Inside the bag she had her keys and her identification, so they had to rekey all of the locks. The existing locks that were on there, some of them fitted the same key but they didn't open the door. As an example, we've got this Euro style cylinder here, that's the key for it, and that will fit in there and it'll operate the barrel. The same key will also fit into this barrel here, as you can see, but it won't turn it. In that sort of a situation, we can actually just rekey that barrel, so you've got one key to open two different locks at the same time because the key fits in both barrels. In other situations, you might have a screen door that's got a wafer cylinder like this, or a different type of cylinder that has a different type of key profile, and that key there won't fit into this lock, just as this key won't fit into that lock there. In that situation, we can't key them alike. I can still rekey that to a different combination for you, but you won't be able to put them on the same keyway. If you've got any, the other thing that I wanted to cover off on is it's very, very important that you use a qualified locksmith to have your locks changed. There are certain situations where if you get someone that's not qualified in to change the lock, there's lots of small moving parts in here, and if they don't put it back together correctly, or if they don't use the right parts, and if they don't check that if they don't check all of the top pins and springs, sometimes they get jammed. If they don't do that correctly, the lock might work for a couple of days, but then you come back, it could be 3 AM in the morning, you go to open the door, and because it was someone that wasn't qualified has gone and changed the combination for you or rekeyed the barrel, it gets stuck. You put your key in and you'll find that it won't go in all the way, or the lock gets jammed and you can't open it. And if that's at 3 AM in the morning, you're going to be looking around about $330 for a locksmith to turn up and have to open the door for you. And if it's jammed, there's a good chance that they're going to have to drill the barrel open, which means you're going to have to replace the barrel, and that's going to be another $50 on top of that. So what was a cheap job ends up in a very expensive job for you. So I highly recommend that you use a qualified locksmith to do your rekeys of your barrels on your house. If you've got any questions, give me a call on 1300 Lock.